Bree, how are you? Change is scary. How do you know that it is time to leave a company, and how do you know which company is the right one for you? Oh, Bree. Well, let me tell you this. In interview intervention, and I think it was on page 12. In interview intervention on page 12. I give this book away anywhere in the U.S. I will mail it to you. You get the ebook, the audiobook, and a bunch of other stuff. And on page 12, it says in here, I kid you not, it is probably one of my my favorite passages. I'm just going to read it. Okay, it's most people never act on new adventures. It's my opinion that they would rather live with unhappiness than uncertainty. Okay, instead of taking a chance, they hold themselves hostage with decisions they made during their 20s, serving as the shackles. Okay, that's the exact quote in the book. So how do you know? Well, this becomes it's a variable answer because it's a matter of your pain threshold. So I put my happiness is my highest form of evaluation of anything that I do. Will it make me happy? Will it not? How does it make me feel? So I look at, is it what I'm doing? So I'm going to give you a little pecking order here. Is what you're doing bringing you joy? Meaning, if you're a project manager, as an example, and Bree, I don't know what you do, but if you're a project manager, do you like managing projects? Right? Like, think about how basic that question is. This is not a rudimentary lesson. What you do, if that does not bring you joy, okay, then you need to change. Why is that such a big deal to dissociate what you do with whom you do it, right? So if I like project managing, but I don't like these idiots that I'm working with, well, okay, well then don't change companies, okay? That's one direction. If you don't like managing projects anymore, then you need to change job functions or careers. So that is a very simple and cold-hearted way of looking at it, but it cuts right through the crap, right? So that's something. Now, you said change is scary. How do I know it's time to leave a company? Now we're starting to get into the detail of, well, I don't like doing it with these people, okay? The minute you don't like doing it with these people, so the first thing I would say is I would start looking, why not? If you don't like it there, the first thing that I would naturally do is take stock of why. Is it something you can change? If it is, go and try to change it, right? All that, go through your normal stuff. You know, when a husband and wife have an argument, you don't just go get a divorce, right? Is it something that you can communicate about, right? That's what I'm talking about here. Now, if you realize that something is unchangeable, okay, so I really don't like my boss. There's no way I'm ever going to like that boss. I can't see getting a new boss or whatever, then you got to go. I don't like traveling anymore. I have a newborn baby. Okay, well, and you got to keep traveling. All right, can you go to a non-travel position? If not, it's time to leave, right? So you go through your questions and you will have criteria that will supersede and help guide you through your choice. This matters more to me than that. Right? This, being at home matters more to me than the paycheck. I have to do it this way. All right. Now, if you get to a situation where they say, we will change, okay, we will change, they get one shot. Okay, that's how I do it. I have the discussion. We have the discussion. I do not like this. You're treating me like like an imbecile. We got to have this discussion. We're having it out. I'm so sorry, Bree. I won't behave that way anymore, and so on. If the stuff continues, it's just an example. It could be anything, right? But if it continues, that's it. I'm out of here. That's how I decide. Now, whatever it is that's bothering you, that's how I look at it. Now, second part of your question, how do I know which job to choose? Well, the first thing that you don't do is you don't just start looking for a job. Okay, you don't just start looking for a job. You need to do some, engineering, reverse engineering of what makes you happy, What is it about what I do that I do like? What is it about I do that I don't like? What is it about my past jobs that I've loved? What is it that I need in my life? List out all your requirements. I talk about this a lot. I have a video out there on how to choose the right job. It might be how to choose the right job or how to choose the right job for you, where I walk you through how you identify that criteria. That's the first thing that you do before you leave. Then, when you talk about, well, how do I know which company is the right one for you? If you break down your criteria, you use that criteria to evaluate the companies that you go interview with. Now, I like to use that to determine which companies to target, because some of your criteria is going to help guide you. Actually, we just did this session with my boot campers about determining direction of your search and determining your choice of your search. We just did this last week in one of the boot camp booster sessions, private coaching sessions that I have with people in my job search boot camp. And I talk about using your criteria as guideposts, like company type, industry, market. These are things that you could decide from the comfort of your own home or desk, right? That determines where to look. The other stuff, like the type of culture, maybe the specific job requirements, the values and integrity of the people at the place, and other things, are things you won't know until you actually get in and evaluate them, right? You don't know that from a website. You don't know that from a 10K or whatever. So that's how I determine that. I have my list. I determine my route. Then when I start surfacing opportunities, I use my list to evaluate them. I determine what questions I'm going to ask them based on those requirements. And I would recommend you watch that video on how to choose the right job, because that will answer the latter question that you have there. So I hope that helps, Bree. Hope you enjoyed my little book reading there from Interview Intervention. And peeps, if you don't have it, grab it. Grab it. I ask that you pitch in $7 for the envelope and the service fees that I incur and the inventory fees that I incur, and I basically pay the shipping to anywhere, whether it's in the U.S. or internationally. So grab this. It's a really great book. I know that because a lot of people read it, tell me about it, have luck as a result of getting it. So grab it. Thanks, Bree. Awesome questions. Really nice.